We are under the lights this evening as we get you set for another edition of Baseball on the Show. It's Game 1 of the World Series between the Oakland A's and the Cincinnati Reds. Hi again, everybody. Matt Vasgersian. Welcome to the World Series here on the show. With me is Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac. And Dan, we'll start with you. This series has the feel of one that's about to get very interesting.
Well, here's a little comparison of these two teams. Looking at it earlier, to me, the story is all about the pitching. Both squads have some good arms, and the team that gets the best outings are probably going to come out on top.
It's the moment these players have been waiting for. Game 1 of the Fall Classic is on the show, and it's coming up next. Tom Lim gets the call on the mound here at home for Game 1 of the World Series. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
This will be interesting. This guy won the NL Cy Young Award last year. He's a solid pitcher, Matt. One of the things he does, he throws the ball into the strike zone, and he's not afraid of contact. Solid pitcher.
The left fielder, Brian Reynolds.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Pulls this one in the air out to left. James will reach out with one hand to make the catch on the move, and that ends the inning. So a fairly painless top of the first. Now it'll be the Reds' turn, no score.
Batting third, the left fielder, Eddie James.
All right, one time, right here. Big hit right here. Here we go.
First delivery to him on the way. Hit sharply on the ground. And the inning will continue as that's through for a 2-out hit.
Nice execution right there. Ball was down below the knees. He stayed through it and was able to drive it for a base hit.
Batting fourth, the third
James,
baseman,
the runner at first with 2 gone.
Riley.
Runner goes for second. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. Striding in for Oakland, Drew Jackson, 0 for 1 here in the early going.
Jackson.
Pulled high in the air out to left field. James is there, and he'll make the catch to retire the side. 1, 2, 3 go the A's. Home half of the third coming up, no score. Ready for another chance? Eddie James. He reached on a single in his first try.
James.
From the stretch, pulled toward right center field. Sable is over to his right as he puts this one away. 2 down. And with 2 away here in Game 1 of the World Series, let's give you a little refresher course at the roads these two teams took to get where they are tonight. At the plate, Christian Robinson, leadoff man on base, and we'll see what they have in mind strategy-wise here. Both teams with just 2 hits apiece thus far. Pulls this one in the air out to left. James will settle under it to make the play for the first out, as the runner will have to head back to first. Stepping into the box, Eddie James. And he always poses a threat, of course. One of the true superstars in the game today.
Wait for a good one. Try it, kid.
First delivery to him on the way. Hard hit ball towards the hole. And a reach, but it's by him as he couldn't quite get to that ball.
Boy, Dero, it's about time they got something brewing here. First pitch single, and maybe now they can start to get some traffic on the bases.
Yeah, absolutely, Dan. Ambush tactics, not always the play. You want to drive that pitch count up and get into that bullpen, but sometimes desperate times call for desperate measures.
The 3-1 pitch.
No, that's a
But
ball.
he won't
Take the
draw a throw. That's taken for ball 4, and it's first and second now with one away.
Now
So stepping in, Sheldon Noisy, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. A decent lead at second. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, and they'll dodge a major bullet that time. 2 away. Striding into the box, Dylan Cousins. We'll see if he can come through in a clutch spot here. 2 on, 2 out here in inning number 6. He's set. The 0-1. Now the double steal is on here. This one's down to third. On to first, and the Reds rally comes up short here as that ends. Reds stranded. Now back to the top of the lineup. Stepping in, Drew Jackson. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. Skied in the air to straightaway left. James is under it, and he makes the catch for out number 3. Danger averted following the 2-out double. We're back with more of Game 1 after this message and a word from our local stations. Bottom of the inning now, and that'll bring forth the veteran outfielder, Eddie James.
This thing's far from over, even though we're moving into the back end of this game. Only down by 1. All they need to do is get this leadoff guy, and they're an extra base hit away from tying this thing up.
First pitch on its way. Swung on and crushed. Everyone just stands there and watches it fly.
I mean, you have to love the World Series. What a game we have right now. Home run ties.
Ready now, Drew Jackson. There are 2 gone and the possible go-ahead run at first.
Jackson.
Swing, and he pops him up. Marte onto the grass. He gets there to make the catch, and that ends the inning. The A's strand 1. Score remains 2-2. Not a lot of runs put on the board in this one, but here's a guy that found a way to make a difference. He's the top player of the game.
Yeah, no question. He was a tough out up there. Ended up collecting 3 knocks, including a home run. So without him in the lineup, I think this might have been a different story.
3-2 the finish in tonight's game. Cincinnati win the World Series opener and take a 1-0 lead. Eduardo Jimenez pitches well enough to get the W. So that just about does it for Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney, and our entire crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, make your way over to theshownation.com.
The final line score for our ball game tonight. For the victorious Cincinnati Reds, 3 runs on 10 hits. No errors.
We are under the lights as the show gets you ready for another edition of Major League Baseball. Game 2 of the World Series between the Oakland A's and the Cincinnati Reds. Trevor Bauer will be on the bump for Game 2 of the series. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Hey, when you look up the word dependability in the dictionary, you'll find a picture of this guy. Career ERA just under 3.5, and that's saying quite a lot in the high-scoring games that we see in baseball going on right now.
3. Out. Out.
Batting third, the left fielder, Eddie James.
Has a look, now the pitch. Line drive, and that's a base hit into center field. And the run is in to score from second. It's 1-1.
Yeah, Dan, he's got to feel pretty good about that. Not only did he have a great AB, first pitch hacking, but he smoked that ball to mix in a ribby knock.
Boy, he did. He must have had a pretty good plan of attack walking into that batter's box. And he had an idea of the pitch that he was going to get. And boy, he turned it loose and buggy whipped that one.
He'll dive back in safely. Hopped up. Wisdom camps under it, and he's got it for route number 2. On to first, and they get the double play. It's a run on 2 hits here for Cincinnati. 1 inning in the books here, all tied at 1-1. In now, Patrick Wisdom. He'll get to take his first cuts here. He's ready with the 2-2 pitch. Pulls this one in the air out to left. James is in his tracks now as he makes the catch for out number 2. So striding forward now, Eddie James. 1 in, 1 out, and 1 on here in the inning. Here's the first pitch to him. Lined hard toward right center. And that's into the gap and should be extra bases. Ciani isn't stopping. Here he comes to the plate. He comes across to score. As they extend the lead a bit, it's now a 3-1 game. And time will be called here as the pitching coach heads out to the mound and hopefully try and settle this guy down a bit. So now the Reds cleanup hitter, Austin Riley. On the ground up the middle. Oh, and he has some trouble with it.
You could see that this wasn't that difficult to play as it headed up the middle, but it might have taken a funny hop there, and he couldn't make the play on it.
At the plate, Sheldon Noisy. And
Now
he's got
batting.
runners at the corners
The
here with
second
only
baseman.
one gun.
Sheldon
Now the
Noisy.
2-1. Swing, line, drive. That's going to be troubled. Riley ignores his coach. He's chugging for home. He'll score easily as they stretch the lead to 5-1.
You simply cannot offer up a pitch like this to a hitter of this guy's magnitude.
Set now for the bottom of the
Leading off
fifth,
for
and
the
set to
Reds,
go as the switch-hitting
the left
outfielder,
fielder,
Eddie James.
Eddie James.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Hard hit ball to second. And he will
He's out.
whip this one over to first in time for the out. Runner at second now. Nobody
Up
out.
next for Oakland,
And next it'll be the
left
left-handed
fielder,
power threat, Kyle Schwarber.
Schwarber.
The 1-1. Hit in the air to left field. James comes in a few steps as he hauls it in for the first out. And he will thankfully make it back to second as he almost got caught up. Now at the plate, Eddie
Now
James.
batting,
He
left
got on
fielder,
top of one and was a ground
Eddie
out victim last
James.
time.
Come on, big guy. You got this.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Fastball at the letters, and he turns on it, hits it high and deep out to center field. It is gone. Holy cow. Oh, my goodness. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. So a 3-run blast to deep center here. His second home run of the series, as this is now a 7-run ball game.
It looked like he might just work out of that inning, only giving up a single run, but it all comes crashing down on that mistake. Nothing like a 3-run bomb to change the entire complexion of your day.
Ready for another shot
Leading
now,
off with the
J.J.
athletic,
Bleday. He'll start
right
us
fielder,
off in the 8th.
It doesn't look very promising
Bleday.
so far in this one as we move into the later.
Swing, high drive, deep down the left field line. This ball is slicing, and he will run this one down, moving to his right, and that's the first out of the inning. So standing in, Eddie
Now batting,
James, and we'll
the
see if
left
he can get
fielder,
something into the gap to
Eddie
make it interesting. He's had a great game so far, but needs the triple to complete a cycle. First pitch coming, here it is. Back up the middle, and that finds its way through for a base hit.
Boy, talk about having a day, Debro. He gets his 4th knock of the game, but mixed in with one of those 4 was a round tripper. Not a bad day.
Yeah, you have 5, maybe a handful of games that you can throw out 4 knocks throughout the course of the year. Add in a tater to go with it. He's smiling. His food's going to taste better tonight.
Swing and a miss, and that ends the inning. Reds strand a couple, but they hold a 9-2 lead.
Wow, they were banging on all cylinders from the leadoff man to the number 9 guy, the order. They absolutely cruised to a 7-run victory. If it were only always that easy, right?
Well, this one pretty much over before it started as we give you a final look at the line score here in what turned out to be a blowout victory. So the lineup really helped carry them to victory here in this one, and this man was a big reason why. He's our tops player of the game.
Yeah, he delivered with runners in scoring position a couple of times in this one. Finished with 5 RBIs, and that was obviously a huge factor in them claiming the victory here.
A 9-2 finish at the end of this contest. The Cincinnati Reds get the win to jump out to a 2-0 series lead. Reed Schaller is the winning pitcher of record. So that's a wrap here tonight. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and Heidi Watney, this is Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, find us on Twitter.